Welcome back to Wichita's Biz It Is, and our guest today, Gail Foley. We've been trying to bring her out of her shyness, and it seems to be working so far.
Yeah, very good. Thank you for the therapy. I needed that.
Well, talk to me about the podcast, because how do you get that in front of somebody? That's what I don't understand.
A podcast is actually an on-demand radio station, technically.
Okay.
So if you want to listen to a particular subject, instead of waiting for it to show up on the radio, you can go to the podcasts and you can go to iTunes. Your podcast channel is funneled through iTunes, through Stitcher Radio, through SoundCloud. So those are some of the directories that you can get it. There's tons and tons of podcast directories. Apple has now made sure that the podcast icon and app is on your phone, the new iPhone. So it's right there. You go into the directory, you put One Awesome Community in there, and I pop up. You subscribe to that channel, then you will always have that channel, and you click on it, and you can listen to it right there. Most of us, we have websites where after you listen to it, you can either go to that website to pick up the resources or the sponsors of the show, whatever. My podcast is an audio. There are also video podcasts. The reason I chose audio is because you reach a bigger audience. The median income in the podcast audience is about $75,000 income. So it's a very good marketing piece for any business to start a podcast.
How does a person know it's there? I mean, sort of how do you get to that audience?
Well, you have to be aware of podcasts.
Okay.
You know, one of the big questions I get is, oh, that's awesome. What's a podcast? Because it is a very new thing going on. I was just sharing with a gentleman here that if you look at the statistics on what people respond to on the internet, they're going to blogs, they're going to YouTube videos, and then podcasting. So what's going on is most of us podcasters have the blog and we have YouTube videos. So we're marketing online in that fashion. So, and then it comes back to networking. I'm out talking to people and sharing my business card and telling them I have a podcast.
When we got to that, tell me why did you join WIBA?
I joined WIBA because in my career here in Wichita, I know the value of networking. And I had been in the chamber, I had been the president a couple times of BNI, and one day I decided to come into one of your mixers. Somebody invited me, and I walked in and I met Judy. And
the best customer service person in the world.
Oh my goodness, I immediately felt like I'd come home. I had found a group of people that were friendly, they were open, they were helpful, and each time I showed up, I was remembered, I was welcomed, I was part of the whole thing.
It's fun not to be part of the masses, isn't it?
Exactly. And even though I loved my BNI and I did be part of them for 4 years and they did help me launch my business, it served its purpose. And Wichita Independent Business Association fits so many pieces for me because you have the seminars that help me. You have the mixers. You have the meetings that I dearly love. And the Women's Leadership Alliance has actually been part of why I call my podcast now One Awesome Community. Because I saw the need for women entrepreneurs to have a way to hear things, because that monthly meeting is busting at the seams, tells me there's a need for that. Well,
at this point, there are more women starting businesses than men.
Absolutely.
By a considerable amount.
Yes.
Actually.
Yes.
And it turns out they do tend to start the smaller businesses, the data says. But, we felt for more than 7 years, that's a group of people we want to pay more attention to. I don't know if I've told this story before, but when I was thinking about taking the job at WIBA, I said to some business people, what do you think of them? And they said, bunch of grumpy old men.
Yes.
And I went, oh. So we put 9 women out of 19 new members on that board.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And the ladies have brought energy and a lot of really good ideas to us.
Yep.
And we'll have another woman chair in 2016.
Yeah.
So kind of show me, in using then, whether it's WIBA or something else, how do you use it?
Use the podcasting?
No, I meant
my
using WIBA for your purposes to achieve what you're after.
Well, networking with the women and the men, it's amazing because I am, for example, yesterday I get an invitation from LinkedIn from someone that was interviewed, that interviewed Liz Anderson, Postnet, who is a very active member of WIBA. She was interviewed by this soon-to-be podcaster. And so he reached out to talk to me. The connections that come through being part of WIBA are nonstop. And in all of it, it's the relationships. My podcast wouldn't exist without the connections. And the only organization I belong to right now is WIBA.
Well, I think what we try to get through people's heads, that people join an organization, then, okay, bring me the business.
Yeah.
No. It doesn't work that way. All it creates is doors to open.
Exactly.
But you got to get out of your seat and go open the doors.
Yes. Networking is about giving first.
Yes.
If you come in and you give your attention and you give your interest, I just love learning about other people. I mean, it's just like, wow, how did you start that? You know, my favorite question, people, they'll say, I've been doing this for 25 years. And I said, well, do you like it so far? And I always get a laugh, but it starts that conversation.
Right. And all the people that I've met who've been really pretty successful with the kind of things we're talking about are the ones who will do things.
Yes.
They'll go out and do things for other people.
Exactly.
It's not, hello, give me some money right now.
Oh, yeah.
It's, oh, I can connect. Do you know so-and-so?
Yes.
That person might really be good for you to talk to.
Exactly. Those are the calls I love to get. Gail, who do you know? And I have this reputation. Everybody thinks that everybody knows me. I said, well, not yet. I got to get out there and get to know more.
After this show, everybody will know you, Gail. Well, we've had a great time on this session of Wichita's Biz That Is, and we'll be back another time. Thank you, Gail.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Tim.